Hello everyone and welcome to this Meet the Speaker video. I'm here today with Jason Himmelstein. How are you doing, Jason?
I'm doing great, sir. How are you doing?
Doing pretty good. It's super hot outside. Looking at my friends and
I'm wearing my jacket here because I didn't bring a Rackspace shirt with me in order to be able to actually do the video. So it's not that hot. For you, because you're from Canada, it's
Where's the beach at? I want to go to the beach.
Well, we're a little bit far from there, but here it's only in the 60s today, so it's supposed to be 80 degrees tomorrow from what I've heard.
Why am I leaving tomorrow morning?
I don't know. Why are you leaving? Stay in Texas.
My flight will probably get canceled, actually. They had 40 centimeters or 15 inches of snow for...
Okay. I was going to say, what is that in Freedom
Units? in Montreal, and it's still snowing.
Yeah.
So chances that I get home are pretty low.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, well.
But we'll see.
You can stay, have some good barbecue, go listen to some music. Not a bad place to stay,
Oh, it looks fun. It looks like a fun place.
Yeah, it's a good town.
So question for you. How did you get into SharePoint?
How did I get into SharePoint? Well, I was actually living here in Austin, and I got a call. I started doing a global search. I used to be out there doing Exchange and Active Directory migrations and all sorts of stuff like that, and decided I was ready to come off the road, had just gotten married, and Jill and I decided we wanted to stop having me travel as much. Like that's the thing now. Yeah, we wanted to start a family and everything, and so I did a global search for work, and got an offer to go learn about the SharePoint thing for a year, and then build out a global infrastructure for a defense contractor. And they made it too good to turn down because I love learning and I love to play with tech, so it was a good opportunity to go and try something new. This was back just before 2007 released. So
wow, so it's been about 15 years.
It's been a long time. Hence the bald and the fat and the gray. Yeah, it's.
Not gonna say anything about it. And what kept you excited of working with SharePoint like for 15 years? Because it's a lot of time to work with the same tech.
It is, but it's ever changing. That's sort of the thing I've enjoyed about it. Is from 2007 to 2010, 2010 to 2013, massive changes in the platform. And after 2013, around 2016, started doing a lot more with adjacent technologies. So it wasn't just about SharePoint. It was about what you can do with all of Office 365, which is Power BI. So for me, it's about getting into the adjacent technologies and all of the add-on things that you can do. There's still so much to learn because the product is changing all the time.
Well, not even all the Office 365. It's Microsoft 365.
Yeah,
so got a few things added to that.
It is definitely a landscape that you can't stay still and you don't get bored with if you're someone who likes to grow and learn.
And you've been speaking at events for a while now, right?
Yes.
I remember my first speaking event because I know you were there. So
I was there.
It's not something that I can forget. But do you remember the first time you ever spoke at an event?
First time I ever spoke at an event was actually in Boston. It was a Dev Connections show, a world tour. It was in Back Bay in Boston, and Corné Van Dyke had finally convinced me, hey, we should go out and speak about this stuff because we know stuff that people don't know out there. And at that point in time, he was an MVP, and convinced me that I should start writing and going out and speaking. And I went to Scott Hillier, who was one of the track chairs at that point in time, and said, hey, I think maybe this would be a fun thing to do. So I used to be, I was a youth director, and I ran a region here in Texas, Oklahoma, Louisiana. So I was used to standing up in front of an audience and talking and teaching. So it was just felt a little natural to me, and that was my first time. We talked about Power Pivot. We had an hour-long session that people stayed for an hour and 45 minutes for. So, like Corné and I went long on it, but we got the bug at that point, and I've been speaking ever since.
Awesome. And you've attended one of the big SharePoint conferences as well.
Yes.
Especially the ones in Vegas. Which one was your favorite?
Which one was my favorite? The Mandalay Bay in Vegas was my favorite. Way back.
That was 2012, I think, right? With Bon Jovi.
Yeah. So that was a lot of fun when Bon Jovi with the beach and all the people diving into the water and all the speakers hanging out and all the attendees hanging out at Eye Candy and just the sense of community. We were a lot younger then. I think you were in middle school then. So.
I was just finishing. I finished college in 2013.
Oh, now I feel old. But so the sense of community was this thing. Like everybody just stayed up. We didn't sleep back then. It really was just a go. Everybody was so excited, and the community was still a little bit young at that point in time in its mentality, and it's grown up quite a bit over the course of the past couple of years. But that was sort of that pinnacle for me, that peak of just everybody hanging out and just sitting around talking about things until 3 in the morning and seeing some of the really good arguments back and forth at 3 o'clock in the morning, about authentication mechanisms and like having these deep conversations late into the night. And I'm sure they still happen, but my old butt goes to bed by then.
They still happen, I can confirm that part. Maybe not always about authentication or designer or things like that, but other subjects.
Yes.
And you're also speaking in Vegas this year,
I
right?
am
in
speaking
May.
in Vegas this year.
What are your sessions?
Oh, geez, that is so far from now as far as time is concerned. I know John White and I are doing our workshop.
Business intelligence one?
It is. I just have to remember if we renamed it or not. It's everything you want to know about Power BI, but we're afraid to ask. So we're doing that, and a couple of other assorted sessions that we're doing in the mix as well. I'm doing telling data stories with Power BI, I believe, and some other stuff. I've got some new stuff that I'm rolling out. So it should be a lot of fun.
Awesome. And what are you most looking forward to for Vegas?
For Vegas.
Yeah.
Again, it's that sense of community. It's that bringing everybody together. It's the one place that Microsoft is standing up and going, "Hey, we're coming here and telling all the big news." And that's it's really great when they do Ignite, but we're just one part of Ignite.
Yeah.
It's just us.
100% of the focus.
Office 365, SharePoint, OneDrive. Microsoft 365, I know, is the big topic and everything.
The Flow, Power Apps, Cream.
But it's SharePoint is that central figure of the conference, and so that brings it back for me. And it's really nice to be able to get together with everybody in the same place. And even folks who aren't attending the conference, we see a lot of folks who just fly in just to be a part of the community.
Yeah.
Hopefully they come to the conference too, but it's. You still see that. You see people who just want to be there, want to be a part of the conference. Sometimes their companies don't send them, so they come on their own if they can't afford to get a ticket. I know there are lots of folks who raffle tickets off and things like that, Twitter contests and things like that. So we see folks coming that way, which is really nice. But I'm excited for the community coming together in one spot.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for your time, Jason. Always great talking to you.
My pleasure, sir.
Looking forward to seeing you in Vegas.
All right, bro.